Hello friends, welcome back. So I'm down to nearly the last layer, very close to the last layer, which is just the faintest hints of acrylic here and there. So the one area that I'm quite sure I want to influence is the feathers here and in the face of the owl a little bit. It needs to be warmed up just a little bit. So I'm over here, I've got a butcher tray. I think that's what this is called. Warm that up just a little bit with some red. If you're an artist, I'm assuming you're aware of this phenomenon that if you take a yellow and thin it out very thin, it gets it becomes cooler and cooler yellow. So if you want a yellow to thin out and still look yellow, you need to make it quite close to orange. Orange, when it's thinned out a good bit, becomes the warm yellow that you're probably looking for. If you take a medium yellow, like this, and thin that out, it gets cooler and cooler and ends up looking almost like a chartreuse green by the time you apply it to your painting. So there you go, free tip number 723. Same thing here with the pages of this book. They're just a little bit too cold and white. So I'm going to warm them up again with this very pale orange, yellow-orange mixture, thinned with a lot of water. So treating this acrylic layer very much like watercolor paints. There, that looks good. And I want to do the same thing on the face. Now let me think, is there any part of the face that I really want to keep it white? I'll be sure to avoid that. Oh, by the way, I did spray, I thought I might do this, and sure enough I did. I sprayed another layer of lacquer matte on this painting after the colored pencil that I did a little while ago. You know what? I don't think I'm going to leave anything white. I seem to be covering up everything here. I'll come back with some white highlights if I decide that they are needed. But so far, everything that I left white earlier, I'm liking better. Warmed up. Let me see if I warm up the cover of this book. Do I like it? Nope. I think I like that. The color it was, so wipe that off. Put the warmth back in this one feather. Same thing I think down here on the legs and the tail. I think I'm liking a warmer color. One of the rules of thumb, I would think, of painting, I don't know if this is a law of painting. Yeah, it is. Our eyes generally prefer to see more rather than less. So generally speaking, more color is better than less color. So when in doubt, err on the side of yes, more color instead of no, less. Did you get that? Err on the side of yes. Err on the side of a little bit more color. Most of the time. So adding a little bit of color into this dead branch up here. By the way, before I did a faint glaze of straight ultramarine blue up here at the top, fading down right about with the brim of the hat. And I definitely like the effect that had. Now, okay, while I'm doing faint stuff, I'm going to add a little bit of warmth to the bottom of this. Trying to find the pencil, trying to find the brush that I really want for this job. I've got a 1-inch synthetic here. Let's see if that rubs me the right way. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. See how easy that is? It's such a faint that I can go right over everything. I don't have to go around the tree or anything like that. It's such a pale, faint color. So that's an improvement. So I've got a cooler blue, brighter blue, and warmer blue. And the bright right through the middle, right where I would want it. I'm debating here whether to come back up here at the top and do just a little bit more cool blue, and I think that I do. Let me clean up some of my mixing palette over here so I can get a clean ultramarine. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right across his hat. And then, if necessary, just take a tissue. I'm not even sure it's even necessary, but I'll do it anyway. And lift out any overpaint there. Now, I want to bring a little bit of darkness down here in the edges. I'm doing just classic old-fashioned vignetting. That is lighter, darker corners, lighter, brighter in the middle. Traditional, very traditional. Let me try something else with this very thin ultramarine. I'm wondering about warming up this side of this book, the shady side. I'm not positive. Yeah, I do think I like that. Okay. Bring that brush again. I'm going to go back to the warm mixes that I was doing. And I want to do a little bit more on some of these wing feathers. A little bit more color. Again, given the opportunity, our eyes would rather see yes instead of no. We'd rather see more color, not less. I'm very close to finished on all this. I believe, and I'm not even going to show you what I'm going to do because it'll be so subtle. I'm going to bring out the colored pencils again and do just a few highlights on top of the stuff that I just rendered. But for all practical purposes, that image is finished. Let me zoom you in here so you can see what it looks like. I will post a finished photograph of it on Facebook /Dan the Art Man. So that's Mr. Oh, no, I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot to do the lettering. So I will do the lettering here as well. Muito bom. Thank you, Maromba. Thank you very much. So I've got to do the lettering, and like I said, okay, next animal, I'm not sure what. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again soon.